This playthrough is rated T for teen. Before this day is over, this White House is going to become a Red House, or unless we get kicked out. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Sam and Max Save the World. Abe Lincoln Must Die. In the last episode, we were tasked with a new job. Looks like the president's putting out a lot of crazy laws that apparently freelance police could take care of. Not Congress or the Senate or whatever. No. It's got to be Sam and Max. So anyway, let's check this place out before we talk to the president himself.
It's a stack of pithy campaign slogans.
Oh, don't fool with those. Wouldn't want to be caught on national TV with my drawers down again.
I think he kind of sounds like Jimmy Carter, but I think his mentality is supposed to be Bill Clinton. And he kind of looks like Howdy Doody. Even Howdy Doody's even before my time.
Are these pictures of you with cardboard cutouts of other presidents?
We're all cardboard under the skin, son.
Funny how almost anything makes sense if a president says it.
Yeah, it was Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan. For those who are unaware of who those two people were. Not a fan of Reagan myself because I lived through his administration. Trickle-down theory does not work.
House of Representatives and Gardens.
I don't know why, that's just kind of funny in a way. Now, this episode has a lot of pretty good jokes.
The Liberty Bell is a light for this room, just as America is a light for...
Yeah. Metaphor is such an ugly quality in furniture.
Yeah, it's pretty garish. I'll agree with Max on that sense, so.
Throw pillows shaped like stars. Interesting, since actual stars are shaped more like throw pillows.
Yeah, I don't know where the idea of stars looking at that came from, because, yeah, if you actually look at actual stars, they're just balls of light in the sky. I mean, there might be some that kind of look like that distinction, but, what the?
Hi, I'm George Washington. Anyone need their nuts cracked?
Please don't make fun of George Washington.
Yeah, he can be made fun of. He had wood. Actually, technically, he didn't have wooden teeth. He had like an amalgamation of like weird dentures because obviously brushing your teeth wasn't as big of a thing back then. But then again, it didn't need to be because we didn't consume as much sugar as we do nowadays, so it wasn't as necessary. But anyway, he had like it was like a piecemeal like set of dentures that had like human teeth and like animal teeth and stuff like that. It's why you almost never see George smiling in any of his pictures that were drawn of him or painted of him because of his dentures. The rat hole.
Looks like there are rats in the Oval Office.
Sam, you've finally done it. A straight line so easy, even I won't touch it.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That sounds like a certain downtown establishment where gentlemen would get together.
These plates commemorate the core values of freedom-loving peoples everywhere.
Eating a lot and hitting things with sticks?
Exactly.
It was at all the American stuff, which is baseball, apple pie, and hot dogs. So I'm actually not a fan of hot dogs or baseball. Baseball I find pretty boring, actually.
This urn says Fluffy on it.
Wasn't that Warren G. Harding's nickname?
I don't know. I doubt it, but...
Roosevelt's boxing gloves, encased in lucite.
TR or FDR?
ER, I think.
TR was actually a big fan of boxing. He's probably my favorite American president to read about. He's just so fascinating.
This is either an early draft of the Declaration of Independence or a crude map of Lithuania.
Why can't it be both?
Is that a potted plant or the Vice President of the United States?
It is hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, especially when it came to Dan Quayle. Does anyone remember that guy?
Whee!
I'm not sure who this is, but he must be important.
Well, he's got a sword in his hand, so it must be something important. Isn't that just George Washington? Actually, I don't recognize that specific picture. But
apparently, even U.S. presidents have mothers.
I thought they just came out of the ground like dwarves.
U.S. Senate talent show, second place.
My finest hour.
Yeah, usually it's a ladder when it comes to like people become president. Very rarely is it a case where they are just regular Joes. But it has happened. It's just usually it's like you start down from the bottom and work your way up.
Hands off, boy! That's my presidential calendar.
And obviously this is his head bodyguard.
What do we do now, Max?
I'd like to get the president alone and give him a piece of my mind.
I don't think you have a piece to spare.
Not very many pieces, anyway.
The president's acting plumb loco.
This is the second most entertaining hypnotic trance I've ever seen.
What's the first?
Watermelon.
What? That I actually don't get that joke.
How are we going to get the president back to normal?
I think a blow to the head should fix it,
You think a blow to the head fixes everything.
but I've got a really good feeling about it this time.
What I like about Sam X is usually their solution to a lot of problems is actually violence. I make fun of that in other things because they try to be serious about it, but this is actually legit.
Pretty fancy office, isn't it, Max?
One day this will all be mine!
I join America and the rest of the free world in praying that will never happen.
Yeah, that'll never happen. That's silly.
I'm glad we took this time to talk, Max.
Keep in touch, Sam. I mean that.
We don't talk too often.
Stand back, son. There's the national budget.
Alamo, Statue of Liberty in the... what was it
Stand
again?
back, son. There's the national budget.
Oh, for historical sites. I wonder.
Hey now, that's my super special top secret ribbon. Don't touch it.
Surprised we haven't been tackled by Secret Services at this point, but...
Nice globe.
Amazing how often I need it in this job.
I gotta know where things are. But I really like the music in this chapter as well. Emerson does a really good job with it, making it be, without straight up playing an American theme that feels American themed. You know what I mean?
It's a bunch of merit badges from the Weasel Scouts.
I got one of those once, but they took it away when they found out what I used for bait.
Well, we know it's you because we put a hand through your body. I used to be a Boy Scout myself. This was way before they disbanded.
Take a look at that.
I love this country.
I kind of love how like grossly just over the top we go when it comes to stuff about American, eagles with guns in their hands and money and cash. I don't know, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's kind of gross in a way, but it's also really funny.
This snow globe has a little Apollo 13 inside.
What happens when you shake it?
I'm afraid to find out.
Ooh. Let's not do that. Let's see what Chuckles has to say.
Hey, Mac, do you work here?
What tipped you off?
We're freelance police, buddy. This is a national emergency.
And we don't appreciate your sassy mouth.
Auditions for new White House pet are down the hall.
This can only end in violence.
This guy's voice sounds familiar. Do you recognize him, Max?
Half the time I don't even recognize you, Sam.
I'm over here, little buddy.
Who said that?
Oh man, this game. Yeah, we've seen her before, but we've heard her before as well.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, I'm that voice in the back of your head that tells you to mind your own business.
The veiled threats, the surly tone. I've got it. You're that pit boss from the Toy Mafia.
I smell a conspiracy.
You smell a nosy dog who's going to get smacked if he don't stop asking questions.
Just like how blatant it is.
What's the Toy Mafia got to do with the Secret Service?
What Toy Mafia?
Oh, he's good, Sam.
The Orso Nostra, the sacred organization you inducted me and Max into in a time-honored ceremony.
The one that we infiltrated, repeatedly duped, and then blew up in a fiery explosion of death and property damage.
I was going to casually forget to mention that part, Max.
That's a very entertaining story, chowderheads. Now, run along and play whilst I protect the leader of our country.
That's probably for the best, but yeah, technically there is no Toy Mafia anymore, so...
I think somebody may have hypnotized the president while you weren't looking. You, perhaps.
Very funny.
Oh, yeah, I don't...
I think somebody may have...
Okay.
You, perhaps.
Very.
What do you do around here?
I give out free t-shirts to the visitor who asked the dumbest question of the day. Please accept my apologies, but we're all out of Husky Boys sizes.
Woo! Double burn!
I thought you were on my side, Max.
I just call him like I see him, Sam.
And that's a good friend, right?
You're the president's personal bodyguard?
You catch on quick.
We need to have a private meeting with the president. National security.
Go right ahead.
I meant private, as in wait outside and we'll call you when we need you.
And national security, as in, we need to clobber the president on the head to break his hypnotic trance.
Your gift for subterfuge is uncanny, Max.
And that's uncanny as in you two try anything and I'll plug you.
I'll plug you full of loves and kisses, right?
You're always with the president?
Even when he's got a,
Always. I never leave his side.
Your codependency sickens me.
And it sickens me in exactly the same way, doesn't it, Max? I mean, Sam.
What's behind that door?
It's a private club for people who aren't annoying me. You two ain't invited.
Should we pummel him together, Sam, or would you rather take turns?
We can create a national security incident after we've saved the president, Max.
There's national securities happening every day.
Seriously, pal, what's behind that door?
It's the door to the war room, with unrestricted access to the United States' entire arsenal of long-range missile weapons.
There's no part of that sentence I didn't like.
Then it's unanimous. We'd like a tour.
Nobody gets into the war room during peacetime. Stay away from it, or I'll have to escort you out.
So war has to occur for us to go into the war room? I guess that makes sense, but do you know what this means, viewers?
2 for the war room, please.
Nothing doing.
But Max came all this way. He's been dreaming of it for years. Can you look into those big brown slits he uses for eyes and crush the lifelong dream of a childlike rabbity creature?
Even if I were moved by that kind of thing, which I ain't, this door stays locked at all times, unless we're in a war.
You could just, sneeze on something and call it a war, really, when you think about it.
We'll be back.
I cannot wait.
You could just kick us out, but for the purposes of the game, we'll not have that.
Shooting him would get me in trouble with the Secret Service and the Mafia.
Ooh, that's a double whammy, I know what.
Don't even think about it.
Yeek. At least it's not like the toy mafia where everyone in the countryside pulls out a gun.
Assaulting armed Secret Service agents is one of the leading causes of getting yourself killed.
One of them, anyway. Making fun of them is another.
I don't think that would be wise with a Secret Service agent standing right there. Nah.
Yeah.
No dice.
I don't think you have any reactions to those, if I remember correctly. Same with the other sign. Let's see what the bug has to say. I like how it says on his desk. You could barely read it, but it says the president, the CEO of America.
Okay, here's what he said. Well, don't that beat all? Hey, Chuckles, check this out. When you fold the dollar bill this way, it makes him look like he's Putin.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, too bad some of the jokes get missed if you're not really paying attention. But yeah, it says CEO of America on his desk as his business card. Yeah, what are we doing standing around the Oval Office while we're waiting the bug to listen? Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, here's what he said.
Put that down, Mr. President. Don't make me have to get the hose.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, acts like the president's a child.
Good day, Mr. President.
We come in peace, as far as you know.
Oh, finally! The interpreters. Where have you been?
Wait, interpreters? What?
Snap out of it, Mr. President. You've been hypnotized.
Sure, I haven't been hypnotized. That's crazy talk.
You've got to listen to us, sir, or we'll be forced to take drastic action.
Don't talk to me about drastic action. You ever been pinned down in a drugstore parking lot by a pack of muskrat commandos with nothing left to lose? Ever had to gnaw your best buddy's leg off just so you could get his socks and put them on your own ears to fend off the enemy's deadly sonic regurgitator ray?
Now that's crazy talk. I'm impressed.
That's just another Tuesday.
Wake up, Mr. President.
You've never given up on anything in your life. Don't start now.
That's awful nice of you fellas, but I haven't been hypnotized.
Now do we commence with the head trauma, Sam?
What was that?
We'll have to get the president alone, Max.
Man, he's acting all weird and jittery. That's probably nothing.
Snap out of it, Chief.
Lest we must administer a blow to thy noggin.
Keep away from him.
Snap out.
Okay.
Lest
Keep.
Freelance police, you're under arrest.
Freelance police? Now there's the kind of can-do vigilante attitude that makes America strong.
finally someone who appreciates our greater calling.
Yeah, this president that is laid back, childlike. Actually, he kind of reminds me of George Bush as well, like bits of him too. So it's kind of he seems to be an amalgamation of multiple presidents.
Seriously, you're under arrest.
Oh, you can't arrest me.
Foolish chief executive! Does he not fear us?
Trust us, Mr. President. It's for your own good.
Nah, see, it's the Secret Service regulations. I can't leave the Oval Office.
Yeah, president can't be arrested. He can be kicked out of office, and even then, he's pretty much immune to that. I mean, you could be, indicted and then, and obviously, impeached, but you basically get exonerated by the next president usually as oh, hey, you did something bad. Well, this other political guy will let you go. And usually when they become in office, and they just clear him of all charges, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, pretty much that's actually true.
You're still under arrest. We can get your administration back on track with just a hint of bloodshed if you'll just...
Where does the little one keep his gun?
Best not to think about it, sir.
Yeah, we who play these games deign to ignore such breaks in the laws of physics.
Interpreters?
Yeah, that is why you fellas are here, right?
Sure, why not?
'Cause I got a meeting with one of them foreign dignitaries. Always talking that crazy space language.
Space language?
Who are you meeting with today?
Heck if I know. They show up and start jabbering away about treaties and whatnot. I just let the interpreters figure it out. I just keep an eye on them to make sure they don't steal something or try to eat the cat.
What are these, like the Moonanites or something like that?
We're ready to start interpreting.
That's aces, fellas. But the dignitary hasn't shown up yet. Show yourselves around the office.
But don't touch nothing.
Surprised Chuckles to say, hey,
Keep up the good work, Mr. President.
You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
The man's a genius, Sam! I almost feel bad for doing this.
It's for the good of the country, Max.
Oh, by the way, if you can't see it, the sign here says, I did not have sex with that woman. You can barely see it during their conversations with Pants and Max, but yeah. But you can't see this normally if you click on it. You can only see it during certain visual gags. So, and this game has everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really... I don't think so. Oh yeah, can we...
I can't listen to that.
Okay.
Think, boy!
Think!
No one enters the war room. That's it. You two are coming with me.
Ow, 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 ow!
And stay out. Now I have to get back to the president. He's not supposed to be alone.
Excuse me?
Oh, welcome, Governor Whizzer. The president has been waiting for you.
Governor Whizzer?
Hey, who better to run a state than a washed-up, urination-loving former child star?
No one!
So what happened in the last couple of months since we saw Wizard? He became a gubernatorial electee.
Can't talk now.
Okay. Well, let's go back inside. Gotta figure out this whole Wizard situation. How did that happen?
No, sir. I said soda abuse. It's a very important issue.
Was I? No comprende, son.
But I'm speaking English.
Ah, are you two fellas the interpreters? It's about time. Darndest thing, we just had a couple imposters in here. Dead ringers for you two.
Were they walking around examining everything and engaging everyone in pointless conversations?
Those are the ones.
Those accursed clones! When will their devilish mimicry end?
Help me out with this here potentate, would you? Can't understand a dang word.
But that doesn't make sense. I don't even have an accent.
Uno momento, por favor. Impatient little guy, ain't he?
He thinks he's speaking Spanish or something like that. I like the fact when the game makes fun of its own game mechanics. Some games it's kind of cringe when that happens, but other times it makes perfect sense. So let's see what Wizard has to say. Oh, let's do the obvious stuff.
That would hardly be sporting.
Yeah, that's usually the same. Sometimes I always expecting something else, but
There are so many other things to...
okay, that's the same. What about the listening bug? Oh yeah, did you see the business card again? I always have to point it out because I'm not sure how many people are actually watching when they watch these videos or if they're listening. Wait, there it is. Because sometimes people will put these on as like audio stuff.
Okay, here's what he said.
Oh, artificial grape and cherry, high fructose corn syrup, sodium benzoate to preserve flavor. Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Just standard soda ingredients.
What's new, Whizzer?
That's Governor Whizzer, thank you very much.
Well, that's odd. We must know more.
What are you the governor of?
The 51st and greatest state, West Dakota. Don't you guys read the papers?
Just the funnies.
You mean the obituaries, Max.
Potato, potato.
We're a young state, but with our own rich traditions that make us a distinct tourist destination, apart from the North and South.
That's crazy north and south. So West Dakota. We'd always thought it'd be Puerto Rico, but no, it's West Dakota. So now it makes you wonder what happened for that to occur.
How did you get into politics?
I won the election. It was a very close race, but I totally won the popular vote.
Was it a runoff election? You see what I did there? Runoff? 'Cause he's Whizzer?
You're still the master of 4th grade gutter humor, Max.
Who's he running against? I have a feeling I know who, but
What were your qualifications for office?
I'm a television celebrity.
Now there's a platform I can get behind.
God, how many celebrities have we in my nation have we voted for like political office? At least like that I'm aware of. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5. Off the top of my head, there's probably more, but yeah, seems like it's just enough. 5 or 6, yeah.
What brings you to the Oval Office?
I'm trying to build up nationwide support for the MRSAPP.
Who's Mr. Sapp? And why didn't you want me to know you were talking about him? I can spell, you know.
It's the Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program. It's totally changed my life. I've been carbonation free for over 4 weeks now.
That's not what the listening bug says.
Tell us about the MRSAPP. Be brief.
I started the Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program after I became governor to help people get flat like me. But if we can't get federal funding, people all over the Dakotas are going to get right back on the pop.
I don't work 8 hours a day, 6 days a week just to throw my money away for some washed up soda junkies with no sense of self-control.
You don't have any money, Max.
Oh, right. Never mind. Good luck with that, Wiz.
What was that? Oh yeah, I'd actually be up for that for myself. I barely drink a soda these days. It's a lot better for you. Like literally, it's better for you. So I'm not gonna tell people not to do it. I'm just saying you probably should tone it down a lot if you drink like multiple drinks a day, that type of thing.
So you really kicked the soda habit, huh?
And how? Back when I was on the pop, I was in a real downward spiral. That endless cycle of always looking for my next fizz, then having to take time out for number 1. Then I saw that documentary about Peanut Franklin, and it convinced me I didn't want to be just another self-destructive former child star.
Peanut Franklin, the lovable star of mixed nuts who was found in a seedy Hollywood motel room dead of anaphylactic shock?
What you mean you ain't got no jelly?
Still too soon, Max.
Yeah, basically Gary Coleman. Ugh.
Are you sure you wouldn't like a nice cold soda?
Gee, thanks. I'll take a... Whoa, no! Stay strong, Whizzer. You control the bubbles. The bubbles don't control you. Stop talking about soda, will ya?
Stop talking about the crisp, clean taste or the effervescent fizz as it pours over ice into a frosty glass.
All of it. I've been completely flat for over a month now. I can't go back to the way I used to be. I just can't.
I know it's a joke, but sometimes it's like really mean. Anyway.
Tell us about the MRSAPP again.
I have to get federal funding for the Soda Abuse Prevention Program. Go flat. Just say no to carbonation.
Too many people in America drink soda. That would never actually occur.
See you around, Whizzer.
All right, let's talk to the president and get this underway.
Hello, Mr. President. We're ready to interpret for you.
All right, let's get this party started.
Mr. President, my fellow Americans, I come to warn you about a serious epidemic facing our country. The scourge of soda abuse. Many former popheads like myself found ourselves in the endless cycle of addiction and elimination until we believed there was no hope.
I don't know what you're saying, son, but you're selling it, boy. Good job.
I ask you, how long can this epidemic continue?
What was that?
He said,
All right, so basically we have to interpret. I mean, the obvious solution is to interpret him to get him to drink. Basically, is what we're trying to do. So we want to do how you gotta get a drink, but we want to do the other jokes for obvious reasons.
how long can this epidemic continue?
Epidemic? What's this about an epidemic?
The epidemic of soda abuse, sir. By 2010, 4 out of 5 children will be addicted to soda, and the impact on our nation's plumbing system will be disastrous.
What was that?
Let's see. Yeah, something about soda abuse, blah blah blah, whatever. Baseball fever, it's sweeping the nation.
The epidemic of surly, listless teens.
That is a problem. I blame those video games.
What does that have to do with anything?
I think he's confused. Let's start again from the top.
Ahem. Once again, Mr. President, the impact of soda abuse on our nation's health cannot be overstated. I ask again, how long can this epidemic continue?
Great job, great job. What do you say?
He said, "Prepare to die, capitalist oppressor."
Are you trying to pick a fight with me, son?
No, I'm just trying to educate you on a very important issue.
What did he say?
Yeah, there's different dialogue if you choose one of the answers over the other one. So
Men, launch the dragoons. Our victory is at hand.
Hold on there, son. We can still find a peaceful solution to this.
That's all we want. The Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program will bring peace to the lives of soda addicts everywhere.
Aim destructo beam at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Fire on my mark. 3, 2.
Wait! I heard that! That's not what I said at all!
I must have misheard you. Let's start over.
Where was I? Oh, right! Soda abuse. How long can this epidemic continue?
Come again?
so
He
now
said,
now it's gonna start speeding it up along because they know that this is more for the joke stuff. So all right, let's skip to
There you go.
Denying the problem won't make it go away, Mr. President.
What was that?
Oh wait, sorry about that. He said the epidemic thing, and then he says, "Good job about that," but what does that have to do with anything? And then, sorry, I thought he was gonna say the same dialogue, so my bad.
baseball fever. It's sweeping the nation.
You said it, son. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd. But you know my favorite part? The frosty cold sodas.
Are you mocking me, Mr. President?
Try it again from the top, Whizzer.
Where was I? Oh, how long?
Okay.
Come again?
He said, how long can this...
There you go about an epidemic again. What epidemic?
Denying the problem.
Okay.
What was that?
Something about soda abuse, blah, blah, whatever.
Sounds like one of them touchy-feely tax and spend welfare programs.
He said, sounds like one of those...
I heard what he said. Are you guys sure you're translating correctly?
Don't blame us, buddy. You're the one with a speech impediment.
Try it again from the top, Whizzer.
Where was I? Oh, right. How long?
Okay.
Come again?
He said, how long can this...
There you go about an
Deny.
What was that?
Okay. Sorry, I was just seeing if there's extra dialogue for doing it one more time.
I think I messed up.
In Sam's defense, the governor is using a very obscure dialect known only to the cannibalistic moose cults of remote West Dakota.
I told you I'm speaking English.
Let's start over.
Where was I? How long?
Come again?
He said,
Actually, the whole speaking English, not understanding them, is actually kind of legit in some cases because there's vernacular, there's versions of English that mix in other languages in the English, like Korea or Cajun, and then there's like Southern American dialects, and then there's like if you listen to ye old English like Shakespearean, it's English, but so like the way it's done is so confusing that you don't even know what they're, because a lot of people don't understand the meaning of the words or the context or syntax. So, but trying to over explain a joke.
Your reign of terror ends today.
Those are fighting words, boy.
But soda abuse is a very serious problem.
What was that?
Surrender now, and we shall spare your life.
We will never surrender.
What is he talking about?
Let's start over.
Where was I? How?
Come again?
He said, prepare to die.
Are you trying?
No, I'm just trying to.
What did he?
Okay, and then,
We will lay waste to your cities and dance upon the bones of your children.
I think I've heard just about enough.
Soda abuse is a difficult topic, sir. But if you'll just hear me out.
Beg for your life, and I will kill you last.
Wait a second. I heard that. That's not what I said at all.
What was that?
It loses something in the translation. Let's start over.
Where was I?
Okay.
How?
Come again?
He said, your
Those are facts.
But
What was that?
don't you realize that I've always loved you?
Oh, well, I'm flattered, son, but I'm afraid it wouldn't work out between us.
what are you talking about?
Is he taking it well?
Buck up, Whizzer. There'll be other presidents.
I don't understand.
They're confused, Whizzer. Try it again from the top.
Where was I? How?
this is
Come again?
He said,
this is like a really weird case of like who's on first. You know what I mean?
prepare.
Are you?
No.
What?
That's not right.
Sam forgot that massive nuclear stockpile is a masculine noun.
What's that about nukes?
Just ignore him, Mr. President. He's psychotic. Let's start over.
Where was I?
Okay.
How?
Come again?
Now let's get
He
to the
said-
actual solution here. So, or actually, let's do one more thing.
Wait a second. We need to consult our translation manual.
Take your time, fellas. We're not paying you by the hour, are we?
You're not paying us at all.
Even better.
Yeah. All right. Does he have anything after we messed with that, or I was thinking they did.
Hello, Governor.
Okay. Never
See-
mind. I didn't think so.
Hello, Mr. President.
All right, back to interpretations.
Come again?
He said,
Okay.
what's a guy got to do to get a drink around here?
Aha, I know what you need. An ice cold orange sugar fizz. I swear by it.
No, that's not what I want at all. I must resist. But I am thirsty, and just one couldn't hurt.
Frosty cold and so delicious.
All the progress I've made. They were about to give me my 5-week pin.
I almost feel bad about this.
I don't have a conscience, Sam. What's your excuse?
Oh, blessed angels of carbonation, fill me with your syrupy nectar.
Ew!
Yeah, now I'm not so much guilty as repulsed.
Keep it coming. More. I need more. I need a bathroom. Which way is the bathroom?
All right. So the obvious solution is to send him to the war room, but
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, that's easy. Go out the door behind you, take a right. It's the door with the big portrait of LBJ over it.
Wait, say the line, say the line.
Time out for number 1.
I'm sure he won't be long.
He's an excitable little guy, ain't he?
Where was I? Oh, how long?
Come again?
He said,
okay. Back to soda abuse.
I need another soda.
No problem. I've got plenty of soda.
Yes, more. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. I've already forgotten where the bathroom is. Which way is the bathroom?
Which way is Lincoln's bedroom?
Oh, you do not want to go there, son. Place smells like a mausoleum in winter. But if you really want to see it, it's down the hall to your right.
Sam, did you just make an innocent person defile one of the most famous rooms in U.S. history?
Apparently I did.
Where was I? How?
That's
Come
just
again?
It's
He
just
said-
another day in the day of life of Sam and Max doing that type of stuff.
I need another.
No problem.
Yes, more. Oh, yeah. I've already. Which way is the.
Okay. War room.
Which way is the war room?
It's that door right over there. but I don't.
Oh, thank you.
Where do you think you're going?
I've got to get in there. Bad.
We've got a priority red number 2 here in the Oval Office.
No, it's just number 1.
Escorting the suspect to holding cell for interrogation. Come with me, sir.
But it'll only take a second. Please, let me go.
That was fun!
Okay, now I didn't catch all that. What did he say?
Unfortunately I missed a joke there because he said something about the Watergate Hotel or whatever. I just noticed that before I clicked the message. So let me get back to that, and I'll be right back just to show off that joke really quick. Okay, we're back. So yeah, we get the Watergate Hotel option instead. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so I get past it. Some of the dialogue choices will sometimes throw in another line of dialogue if you do multiple choices, just to get an extra joke in there. So
Which way is the Watergate Hotel?
Don't know, son. I've never been.
You've never been to the bathroom?
Tricky Dick was a big fan of the place, I hear. Did horrible things there. Un-American things.
Oops, I think I translated that wrong. He asked, where's the reflecting pool?
Out the front door, right in front of the Washington Monument. Can't miss it.
That was fast.
Where was I? Oh,
okay,
how
I
long?
think that's the same.
Come again.
He said,
There's also another thing as well.
I need...
But yeah, the big reflecting pool outside is just a, just a big old pool right in front of the Washington Monument. So
Oh, yeah.
surprised he got all the way out there.
I've already... Which...
All right, let's actually do the reflecting pool again.
Which way is the reflecting pool?
Out the front door, right in front of the Washington Monument. Can't miss it.
How come Whizzer gets to go in the reflecting pool, but I'm not allowed?
I'll explain when you're older, Max.
Where was I?
I wonder how many people watched him do it. Okay, let's do the actual... I mean, I already did it, so I'm just got a space bar through it, so... Of him getting caught going to the war room, so...
Which way is...
It's
Okay, yeah. I feel bad for doing this to the soda poppers. First we
okay.
get...
Now
First, we get him addicted to soda again, and then 2, we get him an international incident, get him arrested. Lovely. Oh, well, what can you do, so...
Hello, Mr. President.
Okay.
We'll be...
But anyway, now that Chuckles is gone, because he has to take care of that, now we can actually knock out the president, so... Good old boxing glove. Actually, is there dialogue if you, with him, if Chuckles is out of the room? Because he taught... I think he taught... Doesn't he talk to Chuckles during that? Or am I misremembering?
Okay, here's what he said.
well, don't that beat all? Hey, Chuck, when you fold the dollar.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I thought there'd be different dialogue if Chuckles wasn't there, so... Alright, anyway, let's punch the president.
Now it's time for some checks and balances, freelance police style. Max, will you do the honors?
Gladly.
Look it, fellas. My fingertips look like little tadpoles.
They just don't make these guys like they used to.
That's no guy, Max. It's a damned ugly puppet.
Ah, the drawstring in his back should have been our first clue.
Our first clue should have been the swirly eyes. But, silly me, I thought hypnotizee, not hypnotizer.
What?
Yes, an ingenious device being used to hypnotize the TV-watching public. But who was controlling him?
Gonna take days to get that smell out of the interrogation room. What? What have you done?
He was like that when we got here.
Sam did it!
So these two numbskulls managed to off the president.
It was a deep tissue massage gone horribly wrong. Ninjas.
Still, ratings from the last State of the Union address were even lower than reruns of Midtown Cowboys. I didn't expect to have to replace the president so soon, but now that these idiots have forced my hand,
We're standing right here.
We can hear everything you're saying.
it's time for a leader the people will have to listen to. Agents Jackson, Burr, and DeGambe, we are moving the timeline forward. Commence phase 2 of the operation. I'll prepare the new candidate.
Not quite the reaction I would have expected from a Secret Service agent discovering two people over the decapitated body of the president.
What do you think this fake body is made of? Can I keep it?
No time for that now, Max. We've got to stop the... Wait, what's that noise? blessed scuba diving Buddha on a banana boat with cocktail onions and a map to the stars' homes.
Yeah!
They've reanimated America's most beloved president.
I always thought Taft was shorter.
Not Taft, you deficient.
My fellow Americans, I am Abraham Lincoln. As you know by now, your president was recently murdered by two mysterious interpreters. But turn not to fear and despair. I have returned to guide us through this troubled time. A vote for me is a vote for Abraham Lincoln.
I'll get it!
What's that? Uh-huh. Lincoln Memorial. Right. Hydraulic motors and robotic implants. Yes. Okay. I see. We're on it.
Wrong number?
That was the commissioner, Max. If this new Mecha Lincoln wins the emergency election, the nefarious forces controlling him will have unchecked power to destroy the entire free world.
I hate when they do that.
That's why one of us is going to have to run against him.
You got to answer the phone.
Okay, fair's fair. Max, we're going to make you the next president of the United States.
Yes!
Well, we thought that was a silly joke, but we actually have to do it. We have to make Max the president of the United States. What crazier things have happened? Then again, you know, that's not the craziest thing that's ever happened in America, so why not? So, you know, I forgot to talk to Max after we knocked out, before we, with the interpreter, but I don't think he had any new dialogue, so.
Okay, let's go.
Actually, is there anyone actually inside the thing we could check? Oh yeah, the music outside changes a little bit too now that the president's gone, so.
Step away from the national budget, sir. That's for the president's eyes only.
Yeah, there's some slightly new dialogue here, not for
That
everyone.
ribbon is classified, sir. President's only.
Yeah, we got Speedball taking care of the war room now.
I can't let you touch that, sir. Only the president may use the presidential calendar.
No one else can look at calendars.
I'm not really thirsty.
Okay, yep, new dialogue there. Then let's talk to Speedball really quick before we head back to the office.
Oh no, not this guy again.
Hey, it's our pal, Super Ball!
One and the same, sir.
Well, stand aside, pal.
No can do, sir. Orders.
Are you really happy with this line of work?
Finest job in the world, sir.
Don't you ever just want to take off for some personal time?
Would love to, sir. Got a wife at home. Intel suggests Super Ball Jr. is starting first grade. Summer home with plenty of doors I could guard in my time off. Solid oak. Good doors. Strong doors.
Sounds like a good family man.
Want to hear a really boring story?
So boring that I fall asleep and let you enter the war room.
Oh, so you've heard it already.
I stand guard over doors all day, sir. Takes a lot to bore me.
God, I'd probably get bored. I used to as a kid. Well, as a kid, it's easy to get bored. But when I was in my mid-ages, you know, it took a lot to make me bored. But nowadays, like, because, you know, internet is stimulation on a 24/7 basis, it's hard for me to settle down, it seems like.
Let us into that room.
No can do, sir. Orders. Until I hear from Chuckles, my superior officer. I'm to guard this door.
Something to think about.
Why won't you let us into the war room again?
Just following orders, sir. I can't let anyone into the room. No exceptions.
Okay.
Why won't you let us into
Okay.
the war room?
Just following.
Okay.
Well, be...
Roger that.
Okay. Anyway, let's. Actually, wasn't there another dialogue when you check the notes? Oh yeah, when you check Nutcracker.
Hi, I'm George Washington. Anyone need their nuts cracked?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess Chuckles has nothing to say about that.
He had pictures of himself with relatives.
Yeah, relative. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he said relatives, maybe.
It's a stack of pit. The buck stops here. 1,000 points of light. And I did not have sex with that woman.
Well, I did, but I didn't inhale.
Yeah, now we can take it. I forgot he actually does say the line there. First, but it's just you know, you could have seen it earlier and known the joke was coming. Okay, so let's see. We grab the cards. Let's see.
Nah,
I should do anything to say there.
no dice.
see. Let's check the actual... Oh, there's the head.
Hey, Jimmy.
Beat it.
Okay, nothing for you.
It's the severed head of the president.
I yearn to hold it aloft and turn giant sea atrocities to stone.
You're thinking of Medusa's head.
Oh yeah, I always get those two heads confused.
Alright, let's talk to everyone here, see, before we start doing
Who
something.
do you like in the election?
My money's on Lincoln, and Lincoln's on my money.
Clever. You fellas know where I can find an ammo store around here?
I've got some extra you can have. What are you packing? .45 caliber?
You're not very good Secret Service agents, are you?
Well, it's America. Everyone's got bullets, right?
Don't you guys have something better to do than stand and watch the debates?
Cut us some slack. Our boss just got decapitated.
To make anyone feel bad.
Who do you like in the election?
My money's on Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Clever.
I'd vote for Lincoln, too, if he came back. Although, funny enough, when Lincoln was around during the Civil War or whatever, he was actually called, like in a lot of magazines, he's called Emperor Lincoln. A lot of people actually didn't like him at the time because of, like, you know, some of his stern laws and stuff like that, because they had a war going on, especially in the South, which no one cares about the South. But, yeah, he was called Emperor Lincoln. So nowadays we're looking at fondly, but at the time it wasn't so much the case.
Hi, America. It's me, Max. Remember, a vote for me is a vote for prosperity, alacrity, and the tyranny of my furry white iron fist. Thank you.
At least he's telling the truth, so. Unlike other presidents.
It's Lincoln's campaign flyer. I want you. Honest, dedicated, over a century of experience. Abraham Lincoln is your man.
Except this is a robotic Lincoln, so he's technically not the same Lincoln as before, so. I'm surprised Max doesn't have anything to say, like, when you click on him. Even though we just said we were going to have him, you know, run for president.
He's too busy talking with his candidate. Mr. Lincoln, as a candidate for office, my pal Max would like to engage in a thoughtful discussion of the key issues.
Followed by a round of spiteful mudslinging.
I see. Well, this is a bit irregular. As you're well aware, I'm the most beloved president in history. So I just assumed I'd be running unopposed.
Oh, no, you didn't. You ain't all that.
I freed the slave.
I was star of a popular television sitcom.
I'm on the penny.
I was on TV.
Now, gentlemen, we can resolve this like adults through moderate reasoned debate.
Very well, then. In the spirit of democracy, I say, bring it.
And it's a beautiful day on the White House lawn as we bring you the first in a series of debates for this emergency election for U.S. President. In the Republican corner, we have the giant animated statue of Abraham Lincoln. And representing the Random Violence and Destruction Party, there is the hyperkinetic, rabbit-like creature known as Max. Acting as completely impartial moderator for the debates will be Sam. The candidates are ready, so let's listen in.
Alright, so basically, I mean, we can't do that because we didn't make the preparations, but we're basically supposed to make it to where Lincoln messes up during all this, so, but, since I didn't do any prep beforehand because I wanted to get all the reactions, we can't do it yet, but...
Contestants, it's time for our lightning round. Mr. Lincoln, I'm going to name some of the tough issues facing our country today. I'd like you to sum up your stand on those issues in a few concise words.
Well, all right. I'm afraid this will have to be completely off the top of my head, as I have nothing prepared.
Off the top of his head, yep, sure.
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
And Lincoln is once again using his trusted campaign slogan, which is pleasing the crowd, but having no effect on his poll ratings.
Yeah, general solution. A lot of politicians tend to do that a lot.
How do you plan to solve the problem of...
Okay.
I'm glad.
And Lincoln is once again using his trusted campaign slogan, which is pleasing the crowd, but having no effect on his poll ratings.
Okay, just saying if there's any other dialogue for clicking it twice.
Where do you stand on religion and schools?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
Lincoln pulls out his trusted catchphrase for this election, which delights the crowd, but seems to have no effect on the poll.
Yeah, it seems to be doing the same thing, so.
How would you describe your tax plan?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
And Lincoln dodges the question by pulling out his trusty campaign slogan, which pleases the crowd but has no effect on the polls.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing's gonna happen from that.
Greetings, miserable proles. People of Earth, your day of reckoning is at hand.
A lot of people, like Sam, legitimately ran for president. A lot of people probably vote for him for the memes. Yeah, that's usually how stalling for time works.
This election reminds me of a droll story. It seems Chester A. Arthur and the Pope were kayaking down the Amazon one day. Suddenly, a tiny kangaroo fish swims up the Pope's and lodges itself in his. Arthur grabs the Pope's pliers and swelled up like a melon. And the Pope says, "Thanks! Last time that happened, McKinley wanted to." No, wait. I think I told it wrong.
Actually, I think they did a pretty good job swearing that, because I actually didn't know what he actually said. Because sometimes if people do the swearing incorrectly, you can still hear the original line, either at the beginning or the end of it. But if you're good at swearing, you can tell you don't know what they say other than the lip reading.
I believe in the ideal of a global community, where America is but a small part. We must set aside our differences and work with our fellow nations, all united towards one goal: the complete and utter annihilation of the godless Belgians.
Take that, Belgians.
I want to see a return to the prosperity of the America we once knew. A chicken in every pot, and vice versa.
Actually, I forgot which presidential candidate had that as their... Was that like FDR that did the chicken in every pot line? I'll look that up.
If elected, I promise a return to a happier time in America's past. The days when giant thunder lizards marched over the fern-covered marshes of the Midwest, preying on the upstart mammals.
I'd be up for that.
I'm a uniter, not a divider. I foresee an America under one rule, an iron-fisted rule. One rabbit, one law. Let your neighbors know that dissent will not be tolerated. All hail Max.
Return to monarchy. I'm all up for that. No. Let's see. The Chicken in Every Pot is from 1928, October 30th, from Herbert Hoover. This is advertisement. A copy of Herbert Hoover's opponents to state they promised to voters a chicken in every pot and 2 cars in every garage during the campaign of 1928. Okay, for some reason I thought it was FDR that said that. So it was before that, but nope, not pretty close.
I have a dream, America. It starts out where I'm in an all-nude production of Death of a Salesman on Ice, but I haven't studied and I can't remember my lines. Suddenly, it begins to rain marshmallows, but that's okay because trees are made of graham crackers and chocolate bars are the official currency. I believe that by working together, we can make that dream a reality.
Well, the currency would disappear rather quickly if it was made out of chocolate, but...
We have nothing to fear but fear itself. And the Chupacabra, Madre de Dios, he'll kill us all!
Fear but fear itself, that is actually FDR, I believe, isn't it?
I'm a uniter, not a divider. I foresee an America under one rule, an iron-fisted rule. One rabbit, one law. Let your neighbors know that dissent will not be tolerated. All hail Max.
Oh, I thought that was different. Never mind. Yeah, it is FDR that said that line. I thought it was, but...
That is all. Stay frosty, America.
Okay, let me do...
It's time for another in this ongoing series of debates between Abraham Lincoln and Max. We turn you over to our impartial moderator, Sam.
Okay, and then I just want to do the...
Mr. Lincoln, perhaps you'd like to speak about the importance of family values.
Of course. A strong family unit is the rock upon which our society is built. It's easy today, in this age of your blinged-out horseless carriages and racy daguerreotype magazines, to believe that honesty and fidelity are outdated concepts. But I stand proud. I have been completely faithful to my lovely wife, Mary Todd, for over 70 years. I've never even looked at another woman.
I've heard Mary Todd in real life was actually not a very pleasant pleasant lady. So, so yeah, yeah, I guess Lincoln was a very, very nice guy. So,
Mr. Lincoln, could you elaborate on your stand on family values?
Without a strong, honest, and faithful family, we are all nothing. I myself have been faithful to my wife for over 150 years.
except she's not alive anymore. So, talk about that.
Mr. Lincoln, the networks are looking for a soundbite. Would you care to share a few words with us?
Thank you. This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come. Today is the day we return America to greatness. I stand here at the steps of the White House, not above the people, but with the people. Only one man can lead the nation through this troubled time. I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man. The time to act is now. Thank you.
I said basically the same thing.
Oh yeah, of course, Max. You always did that. So,
Mr. Lincoln, would you like to address the audience again?
Of course. This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come. Today is the day we return America to greatness. I stand here at the steps of the White House, not above the people, but with the people. Only one man can lead the nation through this troubled time. I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man. The time to act is now. Thank you.
okay.
Time out. Max has to visit the little candidate's room.
I'm drunk with power, but it just goes right through me.
All right, see if Max has anything to say. Okay, there we go. Before he just said, "Can we go?" or whatever, I was like, "What?"
It's going to be hard to improve your ratings in the polls.
I already showed them how I can wrap my lower lip around my entire head. What more do these people want?
They want to vote for Lincoln.
Then we should fix that.
They want a TV show.
Lincoln's really impressed the people with his family values platform.
He should stop being such a stick in the mud and get out and live a little.
Lincoln's really impressed the people.
He should stop.
Okay.
Lincoln is really winning the crowd on the issues.
The voters don't care about issues. They just turn off their brains and go crazy for Lincoln's stupid campaign slogan.
Jealous?
Very.
Sounds about right.
Lincoln is really...
The voters don't care about...
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Well, looks like Sam and Max gonna have a little bit of trouble ahead of times to beat one of the most popular presidents in U.S. history, Abraham Lincoln. Canada deranged, hyperallergenic, violent, coarse, rough, egotistical rabbit thing win the presidency? Well, stranger things have happened in my country's history. But find out what happens next time in the episode of Episode 4, Abe Lincoln Must Die of Sam and Max Save the World. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.